Hey everybody, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program career mode in the latest build, version 1.1.2. We are today going to be testing the heat shield, landed in the water, but also after that I've got a nice little surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise, I'm just going to tell you what it is. We are going to the moon, and I don't think it's going to be to fulfill any contract. I haven't really received one yet, but I do want the science, so that's why we're going to go there. But first of all, let's achieve this contract. Alright, now this one, you can see on my rocket, I've had to put two of these regular... Oh dear, I've gone a bit out of control here. Put two of these regular parachutes on and two drogue parachutes, as well as the nose cone parachute. The reason for that is because this heat shield is heavy as hell. I swear to God, I've even reduced the ablator down to its minimum, which is 80. I don't know if you can actually reduce that to nothing and still test it. I'm really not quite sure about that. So here we go. If we can just get in the water, we'll be happy. Alright, now we're leaving our parachute opening till very late. Will it be able to slow us down in time? It looks like it will. But will it be able to get us slow enough? That's the next question. We're at 7.8 meters per second. Oh, it's rapidly decreasing now to 7 meters per second. And as we hit the water, are we going to be okay? Are we? Yay! We survived. Mission accomplished. There we go. Test heat shield. So, all I got to do is click run test. And that's job done. A nice little profit made. I think they gave us about 15,000 Kerbal credits for that. And it didn't really cost us hardly anything to make that rocket. Sweet. All right. Next up, as I said, we are going to the moon for the first time ever with this playthrough. Now, I built a little rocket, what I like to call Mooner X, and here it is. It's nothing fancy, but you will notice it looks a bit weird at the top here. That's because I think I'm going to need the Delta V that the Spark fuel engine offers, and I don't want to lose this opportunity to get science, obviously. So, where is my little antenna? I did have an antenna on here. It seems to have disappeared, unless I'm going blind. Alright, well, we better add one. Okay, yeah, so you can see I'm taking mystery goo with me. I'm taking the thermometer and the barometer, so we'll be able to get crew reports also and EVA reports. But, yes, we do need an antenna, so I'm just going to whack that on the side like that and hope that it still functions, as when I deploy it, it's going to poke right through the parachute. Hopefully that won't put a hole in it. Alright, let's go to the launch pad and see how this bad boy works. Alright. Oh, the vehicle assembly building can't support vessels over 30 parts. Well, that is a pain in the bum, isn't it? What can I remove then? What do you think, guys? Maybe we could take 3 batteries. It will limit the amount of science we can beam back, but it may just save our mission. There we go. Now we're down to, well, 32 parts. What's going on here? It should only... it's because of this. Alright, we need to put just one of these antenna on it. There we go. Take a look at the bottom there. Vessel, we've just reached 30 parts. So, let's test this out. Now, what I'm going to do is fast forward just a tad so we're actually in daylight when we do our launch. Because this, I don't like doing nighttime launches. They look ugly. Alright, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, bam! Off we go! Jebediah is in charge of this mission. Once again, he will be the first Kerbal to get anywhere near the moon. If we actually get that far. Stay with me and we'll see. First of all, I'm just going to show you how this thing handles in the atmosphere. It's relatively straightforward. Only problem is I can't do a good gravity turn with it. So we do lose quite a bit of Delta V, but as you can see, I'm battling the problem of not being able to have enough parts to build a more complex rocket. So we're kind of brute forcing our way out of the atmosphere. Jebediah looks utterly ecstatic. It's like the poshest, most expensive roller coaster ride you've ever been on. There we go. Now we're at 14,000 meters already, so I'm going to start tilting to the right and hope it remains in control. There we go. Just about. So we're at 20,000 meters now. And about 30,000 meters, you generally want to be tilting on the 90 on the nav ball. So that's where I am now. I'm happy with that, but you can see our acceleration across the surface of Kerbin is really quite low still. Let's take a look at the map here, and yeah, so our altitude is at 68,000, so I'm going to turn all of my velocity into horizontal velocity in order to try and achieve my orbit of Kerbin, because if I get an orbit of Kerbin, then it's a lot easier to get an intercept with the moon. You could probably do it without doing the orbit first, but I'm not that skilled. Now, the reason I'm continuing to burn now is if there's a bit of a discussion going on the Reddit forums about whether it's more efficient. So let's say, for example, I cut my engines right here, set a maneuver at the apoapsis, and then burn to complete my orbit, or whether it's more efficient to just continue burning like I am now and keep the acceleration going and get an orbit that way. I think the general consensus is it's obviously better to do neither and do a proper gravity turn, but you know, when you've got such low technology, you don't really have much choice. You've got to make the best of it. So this is how we're doing it. All right, now I've just noticed we can get a pressure scan here, so I'm gonna keep that experiment for now, and maybe I'll keep it, maybe I'll beam it back. I haven't quite decided yet, but first of all I need to focus on achieving this orbit. Now, the reason I'm keeping my engines burning is if I stop them, then my rocket's obviously going to slow down, and then I'm going to have to speed up again anyway in order to get my orbit. So I figure I may as well just try and create an orbit this way, even though the apoapsis and the periapsis might be a bit wonky. We'll wait and see, and then head for the moon. Let's just see how this is going. So that's at 87,000 meters. We need to get about 2,200 meters per second velocity in order to get our orbit. Do you know what? I'm quite happy with that. I think I'll set a maneuver node at the apoapsis now. Circularize my burn so we don't drift back into the atmosphere of Kerbin and completely balk our mission. Now, if we turn to the right here, get over the blue maneuver node, and we need a burn of 3 seconds, which is not long at all. And we only need to change our delta V by 90.7 meters per second, which is quite good. Alright, now it shouldn't take very long. There we go. We've got a nice stable orbit of Kerbin. Let's take a little look at what the ground looks like. I can see little people down there. Hey, is that someone in the forest doing a poo? Stop it. Or maybe it was a bear. I don't know. I didn't see anyone really. Anyway, the important thing here is I want to keep an eye on my ascending and descending node. Now, the degrees, you really want to have them as close to 0 as possible, but 0.8 is within the margin of error. So I'm going to try and create a maneuver to get our encounter with the moon. This is obviously not going to work, so let's move our maneuver node around a little bit. And hold on a second, that's not going to work either. I think I might be looking at this the wrong way. There we go, let's look at it that way. And then we want to speed up. There we go, and there we have a nice encounter with the moon. And that will give us... No, I can't tell what apoapsis that is. Never mind, that's fine. So we need to change our delta V by 815.2 meters per second in order to get our capture with the moon. So let me go ahead and do that. That should be relatively straightforward. Alright. We need to wait until about 16 seconds, I guess, and then we'll start doing our burn. So we're now at 18, 17, 16. Fire the engines, Captain. How much fuel do we have left? You can just see it down on the bottom left there. Yeah, I think it's definitely important we've got this tiny little engine at the top. Now, the thrust to weight ratio of that little engine with the big fuel tank is about 0.77. But when you're in outer space, anything above 0.0, anything above 0 is going to, you know, give you propulsion in the direction you want to go. But it might be bloody slow. So that's one thing you have to be careful of. Now I'm just going to slow down my acceleration here. There we go, that'll do. That will do, and that will preserve some delta V. Okay, now keep an eye on the X science thing up here. You can notice that we can now do some science. So let's go back to our rocket and gather what we can. Now keep an eye also on my electric charge. So let's do a crew report. think I'll beam that back. Let's see how much science that uses. Electric charge that uses. So it's used 36. It's not too bad. Alright. Jeb, are you ready to go EVA? I am, Captain. Good job, my friend. Let's get out. See what the atmosphere is saying. We've recorded our observations about the situation. Rather good, but that doesn't give me any intel whatsoever. Good job, Jeb. Alright, we can also do a temperature scan. We'll keep that. We've already got the pressure data, so I think I'll transmit that back. See how much electric charge that uses. We could really do with some more batteries, I suppose, couldn't we? Could have added them on. Lower down my rocket. But, you know, this is our first mission in outer space, so we'll see how it goes. Log pressure data, that's another 18 science. Oh, yes, and we can do the wonderful mystery goo. Mystery goo, Mr. Magoo. There we go. Lovely. Okay, let's continue on our journey towards the moon. How you doing, Jeb? All systems nominal, sir. No, I mean, how are you doing, Jeb? Are you good? You know, you coping? Yes, I'm fine. It's a little chilly out here. What do you mean, out here? You should be inside your rocket, Jeb. God damn it, man. You're going renegade on me. Aha, more science. Jeb has noticed there is more science. Thank you, Jeb. Alright, you know what I'm going to try and do then? Beam back some of this data we've got. Probably do the mystery goo as well. Hopefully this isn't going to take up too much of our electricity. We have to be careful, because if I don't have enough electricity to get back, then we really are screwed. What I might try and do is beam back one more. What should we beam back? The pressure data gives us 9 science. Then I think I'm going to do my little periapsis maneuver here. Get into an orbit of the moon. And that's going to require a change in delta V of 189. Alright, Jeb. I can hear you. Are you using some sort of old school modem? Can you hear that noise? Do you remember them old 56k modems? And the ones before them, 33.3k. Man, they made a right noise. And then you logged in and you were like, welcome to AOL. You've got mail. And I was like, oh, cool. Thanks, AOL. I'm in England, though. Why are you speaking to me in American? Alright, let's change our delta V. 180-something meters per second. So, there we go. That'll do. Nice orbit. And we can do a crew report here. I see. Yeah, I don't think we did it before, did we? There we go. Let's check on Jeb then. And I don't think I better beam back anything now. I better preserve the 88.49 electric charge we have. Hold on. But the mystery goo, the Mr. Magoo, I'm actually going to lose on re-entry because my heat shield's up here. I'm tempted to try and beam it back. This may cause me problems, though. Let's have a look. It gives us 28 electric charge remaining. Oh, shit. I'm cutting this fine. Jeb, I'm sorry, man. Alright, have we got anything else we can actually use here? Review report. Aha! Pressure. We can do that. And that's about it. Oh, hold on. EVA as well. Let's not be too hasty here. Another 16 science. Jeb, this is miraculous, sir. I think that'll do. And then what we'll do is, at the periapsis, we will burn prograde. So changing our velocity by 20.1 meters per second will get us back out into Kerbin capture. And then we can work out how we're going to get back. Let's fast forward. There we are. We're zooming around. Let's take a little look at the moon while we're here. Oh, look at that. That's the money shot right there. You can see the moon. Look, the sizes look a bit weird, though. Surely the moon would be smaller than that and compared to the Earth. What is going on there? Anyway, never mind. Let's not concern ourselves with that. Let's do this burn. Oh, Jesus. Went a bit too far there. Got a bit overzealous, as I'm wont to do. Okay. There we go. Where are we now? Oh, crap. Are we heading into deep space? Oh, no. Jeb's heading into deep space. Jebediah, what have I done to you? Oh, crap. Let's take a little look at what's going on here. Oh, geez. If we want to get back... how do we do that? Let's try and get recaptured. Whoopsie. REinstein messed up. You know what? He might be up here for a year now. I don't know if I can get an actual capture here. Let me take a look. Alrighty, I may just have figured out a way to rescue Jeb without him staying in orbit for a year, which quite frankly was not be good for his nerves. What I've done is drag these blue markers, so the more I drag them to the left, the larger the amount of delta V I need. The more I drag them to the right, the less amount I need, but we eventually lose our capture. There we go. Now that's going to get us into a periapsis of 75 million above Kerbin. Have we got enough fuel to return Jeb? I have no idea, but this part of our burn requires 574 meters per second. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me as I... oh, Jesus, we've gone over it. Oh, no. God, I'm a right freaking mess, aren't I? I just always mess this stuff up. All right, let's just set our maneuver node again. And try and get a capture with Kerbin. Please. Nope. There we go. Yeah, 600. Let's lower that to 576. You know what? I'm actually going to do the burn right now. That may reduce the amount we need. Okay, we've run out of fuel on this stage of our rocket. It is time to jettison this part. Now we're relying on this tiny, piddly little engine to save us. Okay, Jeb's like, dude, are you really going to leave me out here? I'm going to die. Don't worry, Jeb. We're working on it. We're working overtime at the RKSA headquarters. We will bring you back if it's the last thing we do, sir. Alright, I'm just speeding up the engine now. Come on, Jebediah. Don't die on me now. We got you, bro. Come on, look for that encounter. Please be soon. Focusing intently. There we go. We have an encounter. Yay! Alright, and let's speed towards it. Come on, Jeb. I got you, bro. Yay! There we go. Okay, now we need to figure out how much delta V we're going to need to actually get back onto Kerbin. This is the scary part. Are you ready? Let's move the prograde marker. Alright, not too bad so far. 282. That's alright. I think we might be able to do this. Things are looking up. Let me just see what that periapsis is. Move, damn it. Move. Alright, 1.1 million. Oh dear. That's a bit high. 498. 242. Drag it a little more. 39. Alright, let's just move that slightly. 47. We're going to be coming in at a really steep angle here. 48. This is going to be difficult. 8,000. Tiny little maneuver. 26,000. I'm happy with that. Alright, 302 meters per second is the burn we need. Ooh, this is tense. Hey, turn on my SAS. Whoopsie. Alright, in 10 days' time. Do not lose this maneuver point, Reiny. Don't go too fast. Okay. Oh dear, I've lost it. Whoopsie. Emergency burn. I need to slow down and stop being such a freaking idiot. Come on, dude. We can do this together. I swear to God. How can I focus on Kerbin? There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Now I can zoom in and keep an eye on this periapsis. Stay with me, guys. Do you think I can rescue Jeb? With the amount of fuel we have left, which you can see is at 45. Oh dear. Come on. Let's keep an eye on that periapsis. And it looks like we're going to land on the mountains. Not really happy about that. But I might be able to adjust this. There we go. Oh, yes. I'm happy with that. Come on. This is really nerve-wracking. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll soon find out. Okay, let's take a look. Ah, looks like it might land in the water. Come on. Please work. Oh, no. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see where we are now. Whey! We're back home-ish, Jeb. How do you feel, mate? We're heating up, sir. We need to jettison this part of our rocket. Roger that, Jeb. There we go. Turn the heat shield facing that way. And just pray to God that this slows us down enough to get captured into a sort of landing trajectory. Let's see what this is doing to our maneuver. It may end up going round once and then coming back, but it may not. It may just land completely here. Keep an eye out. Ah, here we go. Heating up like a boss. Jebediah flies through the atmosphere like a pro. He's shitting conquers. Look at the concentration on his face. He's like, you all thought I was never going to make it back. But I did. Have we run out of ablator? Yes, we have. Ooh, dear. Now, luckily... Wow, that runs out a lot faster than the previous version, doesn't it? Luckily, we seem to have got through the thickest... Or the thinnest part of the atmosphere. Or most of the atmosphere, shall we say. And there we go. Yay! We're fine! Now all we got to do is pray to God that the winds and stuff slow us down enough. Then we got to hope that we don't land too high up. Otherwise, our parachute won't open appropriately. Maybe I can change that. Altitude, yes. Let's change that to like... I don't know. Can I change it to like 4,000? See if that works. I'm gonna open it now and pray that this works. Yes, it's slowing us down. Yes, 7 meters per second. Come on, Jeb. You got a long, long, slow fall. Yeah, we've nearly landed, guys. Look at that. Now, I can actually do a... perhaps another experiment. No, we can't. We haven't got enough electricity. Because if I looked at my X-Science, we're able to do EVA reports, crew reports, etc. while we're flying low over Kerbin's Highlands. Disappointing, but there we go. We've landed safely. Wow, that did not look like we were going to survive that. How the hell did I do it? I have to say I was panicking. That's why I like failed loads of my burns and stuff. But we did it. Look at all the science we've got. 94. And now we've got 178 in total science and 821,000 funds. How the hell did I get that much? And the legend himself is now level 2 in his experience. What a god this guy is. Okay, so 178. That means we can unlock almost 2, but realistically just 1 thing. Now, I think... Oh, what should I unlock, guys? I think... you see, probes would be good, because I've already got the really tiny engines. But, yeah, and then that gives me photovoltaic panels. Yes, that's what we're going to research, because that will build a perfectly beautiful little craft. Yeah, and that's about it. I'm probably going to go and rove around the base a little bit, get the 1.2 science I need so I can unlock something else. But... for now, REinstein is out. That was an exciting episode. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a thumbs up and share with your friends and send me your thoughts. Thank you. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.